Hey, what's going on, Ramley? Welcome to the Ram Skinny 4 p.m. live Thursdays, talking all things Los Angeles Rams, previewing this, what we thought was going to be the easy part of the schedule, Skinny, but playing a 3-0 Colts team that might be the best team in the AFC, certainly might be the best offense, and absolutely the biggest surprise team in the NFL. So this is no longer an easy game like everyone expected when we were previewing the season. We have a very special guest joining us who I will introduce in just a moment. But real quick, Skinny, my man, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. And you know who this isn't a surprise to? Me. I was betting big on Danny Dimes.
You were? I mean, you wanted Danny Dimes in LA.
I wanted him to come to LA. Yeah. So, you could trust me on Danny Dimes takes.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for a flag to fly over. I got my Puka Nacua flex tee on, so waiting to get flagged over here. But
only in Philly. Only
in Philly, I guess. A lot of weird things happen in Philly. So without further ado, though, long time, the queen of LAFB is finally returned to take her mount on top of the mountain, I guess you could say. Ramley know her very well by the infamous name, Brittany Bets. What is up, Britt? How we doing? Welcome back.
Hey, party people. What's up?
Long time.
I know it's been a minute. I usually go on like a little hiatus until football season. So yeah, I'm here.
I know you. I think you, I remember you tweeted, I think it was last year in like December. Like, someone was talking to you on something. You're like, I don't care about the Lakers until March. Like, this is football season.
Give me 40 games in. Yeah. I got to see where we are. Like, if I even need to, I invest so much emotion into football season. So it's like even right now, like being on the cusp of the end of Dodger season, it's really hard for me. Like, I'm repping the Dodgers today, but it's hard to just be active on Twitter for all sports seasons.
Yeah, you're telling us as we cover all
right. LAFB.
It is a challenge, but it's funny. I used to not care like at all about baseball. Everyone knows it's no secret. I'm from Denver, so I was like a Rockies fan and could care less. Rockies are always god awful. So we start covering as you know, Britt, we started covering the Dodgers last year, and I've actually gotten really into baseball. I'm pumped up for the playoffs this year. I'm like, I text my buddy, I'm like, get Tanner Scott off this team. What's going on? Like, the bullpen is a mess. I used to not give two F's about it. Now I'm all into it. So, but football always takes precedent, obviously.
Sure.
So excited to have you on to talk this Colts game, as it is a big one. So let's just start with this, and then we'll get some user comments. I'll drop the link in here if anyone wants to call in. I know most people Thursday are a little shy. We'll see if anyone's day drinking already before Thursday Night Football and wants to jump in or not.
We screen these calls.
Nope, not really. They're not on camera, at least, so there's no video of no fear of that. It's all audio.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we'll drop that here in a few, but let's start. I'll start with this for both of you, but Britt, I'll ask you first. Like, how surprised are you by this Colts team? I mean, 3-0, Indiana Jones looking not just competent but dominant. We know Jonathan Taylor was good, but he's having his rebound year after being injured last year. Just how surprised are you by this Colts team?
I mean, I'm surprised for sure, just because like it's obviously a change for them at quarterback. It shocked everybody that they're like, yeah, Daniel Jones has the number one spot, just coming out of New York and not really having the best stint there.
Mm-hmm.
But last season they had a pretty decent defense, and I think that the key to the magic is Shane Steichen. I really saw him doing wondrous things with Anthony Richardson. And obviously, that's just kind of like a development issue. And just, he needs a little bit more. He needs a little bit more polish onto him. And I think that getting someone with vet experience like Daniel Jones is perfect for his wheelhouse, perfect for the type of offense. And yeah, it's I'm shocked, but then it makes sense,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Skinny, go ahead.
This is Shane Steichen's best quarterback that he's had, maybe including Jalen Hurts.
Oh God, I'm pretty sure no Eagles fans are watching, but they're gonna go in on you for saying that. But yeah, okay.
I'm not saying by a lot. I'm not saying he's trash, but you stick a guy behind a good offensive line, you put him in a good offense, and you give him a bunch of weapons. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, it's one of those Skinny, or maybe not I talk about all the time and people probably get annoyed, but like so much in this league, especially quarterback, is like what situation you're in. Like how many quarterbacks could have had great careers if they're in better situations? How many quarterbacks would have had not great careers? He was drafted 3rd overall for a reason. Now, there are obviously busts throughout the league, but sometimes your situation predicates kind of your success. And again, it's early this year, right? It's 3 games in. Like we'll see if he stays, but there's too many situations where we see this with Geno Smith, with Sam Darnold, with Baker Mayfield. Like all these guys are cast off as busts and then go off to different situations, and all of a sudden they're good, and everyone's like shocked. And it's like, well, I mean, they were drafted high for a reason. Sometimes you just need a little stuff around you, and like there's
scenery,
like generational that can change their situation, and then there's quarterbacks that are very, very talented but need help around them. I think Daniel Jones is one of those.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got he's got some Stafford doing his game. He's a bit of a gunslinger. He's not afraid to hang in the pocket and feel the pressure. He's got some wheels. Big tough guy.
So Brittany, we've talked like our concerns, I guess, of this Rams team, who we both think is a good team. This is obviously a playoff team, and if they get some stuff corrected, I think a Super Bowl contender. But when you look at the secondary, when you look at the, I don't want to say inefficiencies, but just the inconsistency of maybe the running game, like what are you seeing as maybe some concerns on this Rams team so far? We'll start negative and then we'll ramp up positive.
All right. Well, I'm still soaking, right? Like that
I don't know how they lost that game.
The Eagles game took a lot. Like it really did take a lot out of me. I literally felt the exact same way that I felt last year losing the division round against the Eagles, because it's like, as good as a team as they are, like we could have won, so it's like, it's disappointment. And I think that in that game, like we smoked that game off, like blowing a 19-point lead. And that showed me, like the holes aren't glaring, but that showed me where I feel our shortcomings are. I think that the play calling in the red zone, I wasn't a fan of it. I feel that we need to play a little bit more aggressively. I had said when we kicked the first field goal that we missed, my exact words were, I'm not worried, but I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't go for it, that we're not playing aggressive. You know what I mean? Like there's never really been a Rams team that's like put up like a 50 burger on a team, that's just not us. So, but I know that this offense is capable of that if we were to spread the ball out a little bit more probably and stick with the run. Like we started and then just give up. Like it's the same song and dance with McVay. Like he doesn't stick to the run, like commit to it, especially because we were so successful, like running that dual backfield with Kyren and Blake getting those like super burst runs, I think that the defense did their job until they just couldn't hold it anymore. Like we weren't putting up any points on offense. Like I know we're not necessarily trying to recap that game, but I think that game, because it's our only loss so far, has probably shown us the most in terms of, where we're lacking. I didn't really like the adjustments that we made on defense. Like it shows that's the glaring hole. The secondary with Emmanuel Forbes taking on a wide receiver one, like AJ Brown was, that was egregious. Like we got to get us a corner, guys.
Not ideal.
Yeah.
No. Like, yeah.
Well, I think Skinny and I, we talked about kind of some red flags that we noticed in weeks 1 and 2, and like, okay, they took care of it, they got the wins, but these are things that if they don't correct are going to come back and bite them. And sure enough, against a better team in Philly, they came back to bite them in a big way. And really everything you mentioned, I think the fact that, and again, not to be all doom and gloom, I think there's still a very bright future, but the fact that in the offseason through free agency and the draft didn't address the cornerback position at all, not even a UDFA, and really didn't address the offensive line depth when since 22, there's a history of never finishing with all 5 guys. Like you're rotating offensive line the last 3 seasons. You think that should be a point of emphasis of like, let's make sure our depth is really up to par here. So the fact that they kind of just push those 2 things off, it's concerning to me. Skinny, I don't know if you want to add to that.
No, I think, that that kind of wraps up the big overview of it all. But you touched on something that we've hashed out here several times: spreading the ball around. Now we got Puka Nacua, Davante Adams is in the system for sure, 50 yards at least in each game. Where else is he throwing? We've talked about Tutu Atwell. We love Jordan Whittington. We'd love to see some screen game. I don't know if Kyren can handle being split out into the slot. He's kind of screwed up a few of those opportunities, but like what are your thoughts on Tutu, Jordan Whittington? Where should they be looking?
And I'll just say, Britt, before you even answer, as I think actually we had some insight on this anyway, Ryan. I think you did an article on it, but Davante Adams not practicing again, second day in a row. So just think of that too, Britt, on your answer.
Oh man, yeah, we're not spreading the ball out. Like I don't even know what the actual percentage is for the target share, but between Puka and Davante in the last game, I think it was like 23 targets between just the two of them. So like, let's just say like 75%, right? 3/4 of the target share is going to just them. And then, so like, we don't have a clear wide receiver 3, but then I saw that we're like second worst in pass protection, which makes sense considering, we're moving people around so early on that offensive line, which means that we don't have any time. Like we can't get Tutu the ball. There's no time. How can he take the top off when there's no time? So it's like, yes, you kind of get it. But those are the things that, like you said, I expected us to work on. I expected us to keep, what was the center that the Eagles stole from us off the IR? Willie, what was his name?
Willie Lampkin.
Yeah, the smaller size center. Considering we have a perennial history, that's like, they mean the same thing, but we have a history of having O-line issues like that. The year after the Super Bowl, we like set a record for the most offensive line changes ever because we had so many injuries. And it's like, if we've been there before and we're not drafting guys, we got to shore it up some way, somehow. Yeah. So
I was thinking today, there is a world where Creed Humphrey and Quinn Miners are on this team. Quinn Miners is like one of the best right guards in the league right now.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Just lifting his big trees and logs out during the off season. Love that guy.
So just in terms of target share, 35 for Puka, 28 for Davante. Big drop off. Kyren Williams with 6, Tyler Higbee with 5, Davis Allen with 4, Jordan Whittington with 4, Tutu with 3, Colby 2, Blake and Xavier each have 1.
So wide receiver 3 has 4 targets.
Got it.
Yeah, depending on how you want to break it up. But I mean, you total up all of those and you might get to what Puka's got going on. USA Expat brings up a good point here about 12 personnel. That's another, around spreading the ball around.
Yeah.
Tyler Higbee looked electric at the end of the season and in the playoffs.
And I mean, we went out and we got Terrence Ferguson, and I say all the time, he seems like he's that perfect specimen of a size for McVay's offense, like just a leaner tight end. So Rams Twitter and like normal football IQ are like 2 different worlds. Like we know that, right? So you have a lot of Rams fans that are just like, throw him in. Like we need to be playing him. He was our, we picked him up in the draft early, blah, 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 blah. But it's like if Sean and those guys see him every day in practice and like he's not clicking, then it's not
a reason.
Right. There's a reason. Like I trust them in a sense, but I don't think that there's any reason why we shouldn't be using any more 12 personnel considering, it's on my block. So you guys are going to hear this for a bit.
Love it.
Yeah, but I don't know why we're not using our tight ends more. Like we went out and we got Colby Parkinson. We got Davis Allen in the Jalen Ramsey deal. And yeah, I think that would definitely help our offense, especially because I feel like 12 personnel is like one of those offenses that dictates the defense, especially because those tight ends can get out there and they can like move a DB and like just like the size that they have in comparison to just like going in 11 personnel or something, And
Yeah.
we have the guys. We have the peeps.
You got a bunch of them. Yeah, I mean, whole bunch.
And you have the versatility of them. Like, I think Tyler Higbee can kind of do a little everything. Colby Parkinson is one of the best blocking tight ends in football. That's why they signed him last year. Davis Allen was a nice draft pick out of Clemson who can kind of do it all. And he's had, like, I think we put a post out earlier today that his target share is small, but he's like leading the team in touchdowns or tight end. Like, he's taking advantage of those opportunities.
Effective.
Yeah, exactly. Effective and productive. And then, Terrence Ferguson will hopefully become something one day. Let me just ask you this big picture, Britt, before we move on. Like, obviously it's only been 3 weeks, but are you like questioning that draft pick overall? Like, I agree with you. I trust the coaches. Like, if he's not ready, he's not ready. But is it the fact that he's not ready? Or are you like, I mean, Will Johnson, the cornerback, could be wide cornerback 1 right now with the Rams, who's playing great for the Cardinals, went after him. Like,
I know. He's a hitter. And I know that we do that a lot, but I trust McVay and I trust Snead, to find diamonds in the rough, whether, like, obviously they do really well with like later round draft picks, but and we've made some mistakes, but like I said, I think that they're not playing him for a reason. And my friend on Twitter, Carl, said that he had missed a ton of camp and like something else had happened. So there has to be a reason. And I think even last year, like, we didn't see too much of Jordan Whittington early on in the season, like, I think that just the formula of learning a McVay offense is not as easy as we think. And you got to really get it to get it.
Yeah, you got to earn it. I think. Yeah. And I think we're seeing Skinny also. I think we're seeing like the whole F them picks mentality. Like, maybe they just stick with that. They're better in the later rounds. Like, you don't need draft picks. What was the last first, second, or third round pick that actually has like really produced? When you think of Tutu was a second round pick.
Kyren
was a 5th round pick.
Oh, I was saying, Corum. Yeah, Corum was the 3rd round pick.
Corum was a 3rd. Like,
what other running back did we take in the 2nd round? Like, not recently.
Yeah, Cam Akers. Cam Akers was 2nd round. Cam Akers, Van Jefferson.
Cam Akers. That's what it is. And he's had injuries, stints all over the place. He's in Minnesota.
I think Cam Akers and Van Jefferson were same drafts, like 4 picks apart or something. And they're gone. Like, when was the last 1st through 3rd round draft pick that's actually worked? They're fantastic after that. Like, so at this point, just trade them all. I don't know. So, anyway, so let's talk this real quick, because we'll look at this game and look at matchups. Indy, really, since even before Shane Steichen, like, they've been one of the top offensive lines in football. They drafted, drawing a blank on his name now, the guard they drafted like 4th overall, who's just been one of the best guards in football since they took him. And they've had a really Quinn Nelson. Thank you. Rams, you could say, have top 5 defensive line in football. Britt, who do you like in this matchup? Rams defensive line versus Indy's offensive line.
I like our defensive line. I like us coming off of this loss. Like, we got to dig deep. We're coming home. It's not going to be as easy. So, like, they really are going to have to just get after it. But I really like the defensive line. Like, Byron Young is playing lights out. Verse is obviously, he's mad. And like, I want them to play that way. And but I also want them to play smart. And I think that they will, because like, it was just embarrassing the way that we fell apart last week. But Daniel Jones has been playing good. He's had time. He, like you said, he uses his wheels. Did you guys see Stafford try to run last week? Like,
makes me so nervous.
I love how even the announcers were like, Stafford does a lot of good things well. Running is not one of them. Like, they were not being blunt about it.
No, man, leave it at home.
Yeah. Skinny, your thoughts on the trench warfare of this game?
Yeah, I think Brittany kind of hit it on the head, where we got to play aggressive but smart. So Daniel Jones has taken only 2 sacks. He's only been hit 7 times.
Oh, wow.
And it's okay, so Miami, no good. Tennessee,
right.
Mediocre defense.
Denver is a good defense, though.
Denver got
Nick
after him.
Benito, oh my goodness.
I mean, what he tried to do to Justin Herbert, that was incredible. Yeah, I mean, so, he's been good. EPA per play against
Mm-hmm.
pressure, he's number 2 in the league.
Fascinating.
He's just handling it really well. And where the smarts comes in is that they have to keep those edges really contained. They've had issues with quarterbacks that get outside the pocket. Now, similar to Justin Hurts can get, or Jalen Hurts can get outside the pocket for sure, but he's not very good in the bootleg. Danny Dimes has been nails in the bootleg. So if he gets out there, easy pass to Jonathan Taylor, easy pass to Tyler Warren. So they got to keep him contained. So it's sort of a tall task in that way. They have all sorts of options on this offense. So I think I give them the edge just because they're playing with their hair on fire, but they got to be able to play smart too. And that's been my criticism of Jared Verse. I got to bring it up every time. Is I think he just plays a little bit too aggressive and lets the quarterback or the running back get outside the numbers, outside the hashes.
Yeah, a little undisciplined maybe, or a little too running
I
upfield.
agree. I mean, he played like that early on in the season, last season, where he was just like getting the pressures, but he wasn't finishing, and like we're like, okay, that's just like being young with more experience. He'll get there. He'll finish. And I mean, the pressures matter sometimes too, like that makes a difference sometimes too. Mm-hmm. So I think that, but Ryan, you mentioned earlier that like Danny Dimes is kind of like a Stafford in a sense, and I think that what gives him the edge, versus these other younger quarterbacks that the Rams have just recently seen is the fact that he has the processing, like he has that quarterback IQ, like just from an old school gunslinger, watching film mentality. And like, we need to figure out, like, it's basically like us going up against Stafford. So I don't think that it's going to be the easiest game, but I think that we would have the edge in terms of just our defensive line being hungrier.
Yeah, and one area where, as painful as that game was, one area where the Rams defense dominated was against the run. I mean, they completely shut Saquon Barkley down, completely shut Jalen Hurts down in terms of the run game, outside of a couple tush pushes that, whatever. We don't need to bring that up again. I still think Brotherly Shove is such a better name. I don't know why that hasn't stuck, but going up now against Jonathan Taylor, I mean, you get back-to-back weeks, arguably the two best running backs in all of football. And isn't he leading the NFL Skinny right now with, what do you have, 338 yards over 3 games?
331 or something, yeah.
Yeah, averaging 112 yards a game, no fumbles, 3 touchdowns, just on 60 carries, so averaging 5.6 yards a clip. I agree with both of you. I think I love this defense line as a pass rushing unit. I'm really excited to see how they counter Jonathan Taylor and if they're able to do similar to what they did to Saquon Barkley. Obviously, Puka Nacua is a huge addition to doing that. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Nate Landman as a linebacker is a huge addition to doing that. So Britt, do you think the Rams go back-to-back weeks? I'm not going to say they hold them to 26 yards like they held Saquon, but can they keep him under 80, you think? Can they keep him under 80?
I think you have to. I think that's what you have to game plan for. I think that your number one game plan is to figure out a way to shut down the run because of what Jonathan Taylor just did. And then you're also obviously playing, to shut down Daniel Jones. But yeah, you kind of have the same strategy. And when it works, if it works, I really hope that, I know that it's like every snap you have to make adjustments on both sides of the ball. Like, I just don't want us to get away from it. Like that second half when we started like sending the house, it left AJ Brown one-on-one with Emmanuel Forbes, Darius Williams. And it was just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. Yeah. I have to stop talking about that game. I have moved on. We are on to week 4. I got to think about my game day outfit because I got to look better than the Colts owner.
Right. And if you want to bet, apparently you need your headgear to be on the sidelines with the Colts owner.
I got to figure out a way to get down to the sideline.
That's a good transition for this, talking about him. Britt, are you on Sleeper, Britt? Brittany Bets?
No. What is Sleeper, Ryan?
you don't got to play into a skit.
That's real there.
Yeah, but do you know Sleeper? Or are you on it all? Have you heard it?
Please inform me.
So I'm sure you've heard of like Underdog and Prize Picks, right?
Yeah.
So Sleeper, just like those, has the daily pick'em. You can pick more or less 2 to 8 players. When you go download the Sleeper app, make sure to use our promo code RAMSLAFB on your first deposit. You get a match deposit bonus up to $100. But in the pick'em, Britt, so this is what we're going to do. We do it live every time. I have Ryan pick and I send him live. We send him, see if I win any money. So you're now doing this for me.
I haven't been very good.
I've lost every time.
Bets in there. No.
I've lost every time.
I keep betting on Tyler Higbee.
Yeah. And this, for everyone watching, this is not betting advice. This is just, for fun banter picks. Yes. So, Britt, I said under 80. Sleeper has Jonathan Taylor set at 86.5 rushing yards. So more or less. The Rams holding under that, or does he get over that?
Ooh, we want to go with under, right? See, this is why I don't bet on my team. But
luckily, it's not your money. It's mine. So
we're going to go with the under.
Under. Okay. Kyren Williams, 71.5 rushing yards, more or less. Or we can go Blake Corum, 20.5 rushing yards, more or less.
Yeah, I go with Blake. I feel like he's going to get more touches, just considering he's fresh legs.
I feel like the way he's been running 20. Yeah, 20 and a half feels easy, right? What were you
I
gonna say,
hear you. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I was going to save it for the body of the episode, but if there's one area that you can exploit on the Colts defense, it's the running game.
Okay.
22 missed tackles so far this year.
Oh yeah.
And they are 27th in EPA. So they've allowed some explosive, 24th in success rate. What that means is that down to down, when they're being run against, teams are really they're able to pick up small chunk plays. So they're giving up big plays. They're giving up small plays. You can run the ball on this team. Blake Corum's the guy, though. Blake Corum is the
guy. I'm smashing that over 20.5 rushing yards for Blake.
Let's go, Blake.
All right, let's look at passing yards. So Danny Dimes is set at 215.5, or Matthew Stafford set at 255.5. I definitely feel, as much as I don't want to, I definitely feel more confident with Danny Dimes over 215. What say you, Britt?
I do too. And I mean, that's not to discredit the entire secondary, because Quentin Lake has been playing like lights out. But that offense has been clicking, like the way that they utilize their tight end, the way that they utilize Michael Pittman. Daniel Jones knows how to get them the ball. Alec Pierce, I don't know if he's going to play though, but yeah, he knows how to get the ball downfield.
Well, just from a data standpoint, right? I think we both agree the Rams defense is improving. There's some bright spots, but I don't think they're going to hold this Colts offense to under 200 yards total, right? So if we did under Jonathan Taylor getting under 80 yards, then we probably need to go over the passing yards then, right? Just playing the, what do they call that? Hedging your bet, right? Brittany Bets?
Hedge the bet. Okay.
All right. Let's look at receivers. And this leads me.
I was hedging, but yeah. Okay.
This leads me into what I wanted to talk about next, which is Tyler Warren. So Sleeper has him set at 48.5 yards. So first question, Britt, over under that. Second question, or kind of follow-up, is this Quentin Lake's guy? Who are you putting on Tyler Warren during this game to try to slow him down? I don't know if you can shut him down, but slow him down.
Ryan, are you putting Emmanuel Forbes on Tyler Warren? Are you putting Darius Williams?
At least we know they're not putting Christian Roseboom on him like they would have last year. At least we know that can't happen.
I mean, I've seen some crazy things. I've seen that. I've seen Michael Hoyt go out in coverage a little. He's went out there a little bit. So you never know. No, but as long as it's not Emmanuel Forbes, we may have a chance. Shoelace tackle, no. It has to be Quentin Lake. It has to be Q. Just the way that he's been shutting it down, and he's our biggest body corner. Yeah.
So does he get? So then with Q on him, does he get more or less 48.5 yards?
He's gonna shut him down.
Shut him down.
Yeah. Let's go with
less.
Less.
I'm with it. All right. So we'll finish maybe with this. When you look at the Rams receivers, so we're gonna just take one. Puka Nacua set for 92.5 yards, or Davante Adams set for 64.5. We can do it more or less, but just pick one of those guys.
I'll throw in there that Kenny Moore, who's their leading slot corner, is injured, so he might not play too.
So Puka stock going up.
Yeah, go for it, Puka
over 92 points. I mean, that's a big number, but I mean,
how much was he? Wasn't Davante more in the slot this last game?
I think he has been more primarily in the slot, but I can check that.
Switch it up.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, that's a good thought there. But with their target share, all right, for now, we'll go Puka more. We want it.
I was wrong about that. Puka's been in there 44 times, 2-2. Are we in the? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I thought I was in the wrong year there for a second.
Or we can go real wild card and go, or I can add this too, but we can go Tyler Higbee, 14.5 yards receiving. Like, that's such a tempting number, but the dude hasn't done anything.
I'm literally thinking, have I even seen him catch a ball?
He had a good game. He had one good game. He's at 37 yards.
37 yards on the season? Is this a breakout game?
I think that was all in one game. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Tennessee, 4 catches, 37 yards, nothing else ever. So don't bite it. Don't bite.
So don't bite. So do we go under 14.5 and say this is just yet again the Puka Adams show?
Just leave it alone.
Don't know, guys. I want to add to this ticket one more. Jordan Whittington, 15.5 receiving yards. Or Michael Pittman with the Colts, 51.5. I got to add one more.
I feel like it's Pittman.
Pittman over 51.5?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's finish with that. Let's see what we're at here. We'll do a zesty $5 bet. So I can go the full 6. The full 6, or I can flex it. What do you recommend, Britt? Flexing? You know, flex, like you can miss a few then? You can miss up to 2?
Give us a little cushion.
Yeah, we'll give a little cushion.
Why not?
Submit picks. Done. Brittany Bets. Win me some money. There you go. There you have it. Thank you, Sleeper. Appreciate you as always. All right. Any more matchups you guys want to discuss? I think I like doing the Sleeper segment because it still lets us actually talk matchups. It's nice there. So Tyler Warren was my big one that I wanted to get out. So thank you for letting me do that. Puka flexes. I don't know if he's commenting on the shirt or just going over 92.5 yards.
It's a
15-yard penalty.
Here's the question. Do Colts fans travel well? I know one Colts fan. His name is Tad. He works with us.
No, I was like, I know a Tad. That's
I don't know any Colts fans. I know via.
I do know one.
Twitter. I don't know. I think I have friends that are Colts fans as friends on Twitter, but I don't know any of them. And then I, for whatever reason, have on my algorithm a lot of Colts stuff right now. So the guy that sings, "This is our team, these are our Colts," has been on my feed a lot. So I'll just give you my friend.
I do have a close friend, former colleague who he's still a Colts fan. He was a diehard Colts fan. And then when the Rams moved to LA, he became a Rams fan. But because it's AFC, NFC, he still roots for the Colts as his AFC team. He's a season ticket holder, so he'll be there on Sunday. I should have invited on the show. I'm curious. I'm assuming he's going to rep Rams gear, but now I'm a little curious. Does he do Rams jersey, Colts hat? I don't know what he's going to do.
I feel like there's going to be a nice showing of Colts fans knowing how SoFi works.
Yeah.
Considering the Colts haven't come here, people save up. This is a big game for them. So if all the Colts fans that are out there in the woodwork, they've been waiting for this moment.
You're a season ticket holder as well.
Yes.
Wife of the former fan of the year. So you're there has it changed? Has it shifted? The crowd noise and the.
So I've only been to the home. Obviously, that's the only game we've had at SoFi this season.
Yeah.
And it was 50-50. Sure, you can say that. I definitely think that the home opener factor played into it. But with the Rams having a winning record right now, we're playing a team that has a winning record. I think that the turnout will be pretty good this weekekend. We'll see. It better be.
Yeah.
It better be.
It's just hard when the ticket values are so high. Why would you not want to make? Why would you not want to make an extra buck? Yeah. Like
it's insane. And I refuse to sell my tickets to like the opposite team. So it puts me in a really weird predicament.
So let me ask you this because I've always been curious. So 2 things. One, my Colts buddy you actually met. He was the guy I was with last year. His season tickets are like right by your guys' season tickets. When we went, what game was that? They played it was like a Thursday night game. They played the Dolphins and they lost last year. Remember I saw you guys and we met like in the hallway?
Oh, the guy who owns the restaurant.
Yeah, he owns the restaurant
in Fullerton. Shout out to the Italian place, something Cucina.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout out Roman Cucina. I used to
Roman
be
Cucina.
GM.
He's a Colts fan.
I used to be the GM of Roman Cucina. Mike Flynn, owner, great guy.
Okay.
Rams season ticket holder. Don't hate on him. He was a Colts fan before the Rams moved to LA, and then he went all in on the Rams. So yeah, so it was his seats. I just remembered that and I saw you. So that guy. But my question for you, because people say all the time, like, oh, I won't sell to away fans. Mm-mm. Is there a way you can actually like note, like obviously if you're selling on like Facebook Marketplace or something, but if you're like selling through TickPick or another provider, like how is there a way you can actually tell that?
I've never done it. Like I refuse. I've
or you just won't sell
my tickets twice ever in SoFi. And one game was some years ago when we played the Tennessee Titans, and Mac knew a firefighter that was a Rams fan and his girlfriend was like a Titans fan. So it was like that type of deal. So like we were like, eh. And then this last year, there was a Rams fan whose dad was turning 70 and they were coming in from like Idaho, seriously, Idaho or somewhere.
Nice.
And I sold them the Vikings game because it was just like, I think it was like a Thursday night game with, kiddos and stuff. It was a hard swing. And like, yeah, I don't know. Nobody has ever sat in my seats but me or those people, those 2 times. Like I absolutely refuse to take that risk and like risk the bad juju of them getting in the hands of the wrong person.
Smart.
The 2 seats next to us for years, like they belonged to somebody. We thought it was like a broker or somebody, but we finally met the guy and he sells them every game. And he's an Arizona Cardinal fan. And he came in from Arizona this one game. But every other game, it's always the opposite fan sitting there. And so I don't know why I didn't think to get his number the one time that we met him so that I can like, if I ever know anybody who wants tickets, they can sit right next to us. Because it's always the opposite team in the 2 seats right next to us.
Oh, so annoying. So annoying.
And then the rest of our section is like a big family. Like we know everybody. We've been there, since inception.
Yeah.
And we just have a good time.
Love that.
Shout out to section 124.
Shout out. Yeah.
I am confused because I don't think Cardinals fans exist. So
right. They had some a brand new tag on the back of the jersey. Marv jersey.
They had the shiny sticker still, the holographic sticker that was on it.
I dig their uniforms they're rocking tonight, by the way. I think those
are they doing the desert ones tonight or no?
It's
like
not the spots, the dirt.
Oh, the Rivals one is tonight, huh?
Yeah, I like the helmet. They have a different helmet for it,
but Seattle's not wearing their rival jerseys.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's really random the Rivals schedule.
What's the point of that? So only one person can get some shine, and it's not even good shine because those jerseys look dirty.
I think they leaned into like the desert. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay, so we'll kind of wrap this up with we were talking about this when the Rams released their Rivals uniforms. We're not like we don't go down the uniform rabbit hole like a lot of Rams fans do, but we want to talk fashion a little bit. So, what's your thoughts on the midnight blue color? It's black. And 2, how would you have maybe fixed it if you do not like it? Because I think we had some cool concept ideas, Skinny and I. But I want to hear yours first.
I think that I need to see it in person. So when I go to the game on Sunday, I'm going to stop in the shop to look at it in person because just from seeing it online and like people that have ordered it and taken pictures, like I think Paula got a jersey. Like it looks good. I think that are the numbers. What color are the numbers? I think the numbers needed like a different color outline. The navy or the midnight. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it was just another way for us to have to spend money. Like I do my own thing for games and like I'm very much into like being fashionable and like putting my own twist on game day outfits. So I won't be getting a jersey, but I'll maybe like throw in some midnight or some black because it looks like black to me. Like maybe
It's
that'll
black.
be a day that I wear like black to the game or something. Because you can't. To me, you can't tell.
It's black. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
in what world it's a blue. Like which
Midnight blue.
I mean, I guess because at actual midnight in real life, there's the moon hue that gives off a bluish, I don't know, tint. What were? Do you remember, Skinny? Some of our, I think we had some good concept ideas. Do you remember?
Well, mine was sort of like a like low rider, old English sort of,
like the born and raised text print.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just to lean into just like a long-standing LA
West Side type stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There we go. I was trying to figure out where the concept came from, and it came, like when I was growing up, LA was Snoop Dogg. It was Death Row. It was Lowriders, Gin and Juice. Like it was all of those things, and like they're not leaning into that, and I think there's a missed opportunity because the Raiders fan base in LA, half of them only like it because the hats are cool. So.
Yeah, like they were NWA fans. No,
like
my brother's a Raiders fan.
Yeah, there's real ones out there, I know, but
whenever they win, he's a Raiders fan.
Yeah.
To quote, what's that movie? Few Good Men, is that the one? No honor, no code. This team just moves around.
Oh yeah. A Howie Cosell, like just jump on the bandwagon of whoever. Yeah. There's a lot of, to go back to those Eagles fans, there's a lot of them here in LA. Like when the heck did we get so many Eagles fans here in Los Angeles, California?
Worst fan base, Niners or Eagles?
Oh, it's Niners all day. Like it listen.
I think LA.
Niners could be playing Osama bin Laden.
And LA,
I'm not rooting for the Niners.
The aquatic corpse.
And LA Niner fans are even worse because they're all then Dodger fans. So it just makes no sense. Like you're a Niner fan, but you're Dodger fans. So speaking of my concept, Britt, I'm curious this. Like I just think, and the Rams have done this to some extent, but I just think when you moved back here, like you want to really, obviously you want to have your own identity, your own brand, obviously, but you want to kind of tie your wagons to the Dodgers and Lakers because those are like LA royalty. Like everyone's diehard Lakers and Dodgers fans. So I thought, obviously you're not going to do like purple like the Lakers, but why not kind of use the LA Dodgers script with like the LA and kind of, you still have that. I mean, they're royal blue. The Dodgers blue is very similar to the Rams blue. You can do kind of the Lakers gold tint. So it's a little different than the Rams soul. And so you get the Lakers, you get the Dodgers color scheme kind of mashed together. And it's an ode to, the real LA sports culture, which
homage to LA, all the teams.
I just don't know. I don't hate the rivals uniforms. I just don't get how it's LA. Like as I agree with you, like the dirty uniforms for Arizona, like looks kind of cheesy, but it's like, it's an ode to desert life. Like it makes sense.
They all dirty out there.
Yeah. Desert people.
I mean, to me, the hands down, the greatest Rams uniform is Fearsome Foursome, 1970s.
Oh yeah, somebody said throwbacks. Oh geez, like, do you guys remember the color rush at the Coliseum? That yellow one.
Yeah,
well, it probably wasn't my favorite yellow, but I like that aesthetic. Like I like that vibe of it being like old school.
Yeah, it was fun still. So,
but I'm not one of those homers that's like always complaining about the uniforms on Twitter.
There's enough of those. We don't need any more of those.
I know.
I mean, overall, I like the logo and uniforms, so we'll leave it at that. Any closing thoughts, people? We'll start with you, Britt. Anything final on that, or give me, I guess, a score prediction? Are the Rams getting back in the winning ways? Do they give the Colts their first loss? Do they cover? Since you are Brittany Bets.
Yes.
Do you know the line? I think the line is
3.5.
Rams are 3.5 point favorites. There you go.
3.5. And I don't like the half of a point, considering like 3 could be a field goal, right? And considering Cardi has missed 2 kicks, and it just puts me in a weird, icky spot. Not to say that I would take the plus 3.5 because like I said, I don't bet on my team, but I think that the Rams should easily win the game if they do all things right? Like that, like duh. It's like
nice analysis. Yeah, there you go.
Everything that we talked about. Like I think that it shouldn't be like this Eagles game that we just had.
Yeah.
Maybe let's say the score is going to be. I hate picking my team, guys. This is the worst. It makes me feel so weird.
No, you have to. You absolutely
have to. I have to. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to pick the Rams to win. I mean, but you have to pick.
No, the Rams are going to win. It's going to be 35-24.
Ooh, big win.
All touchdowns. All touchdowns.
And they cover easy.
Cardi, sit your ass down.
Cardi.
Or your butt.
Yeah. I mean, in reality, you got to talk to that offensive line. They were just letting Rob Havenstein get an absolutely truck stick.
Is Steve coming back?
It's looking better, right?
He was back at practice today.
Yeah, that's huge.
Out. Yeah.
Of course. There's always one out. There's always one out.
Yeah.
Classic.
Evan Dotson's always up in the air.
I know.
Yeah.
Score prediction, Skinny. What you got?
Yeah. So I think it's going to come down to the running game. I think Danny Dimes is pretty impervious to pressure. He's got too many answers, with his wheels, with his arm, with all the weapons around him. So, can you stop Jonathan Taylor? Do they stick with the running back who's got the hot hand? And my guess is going to be Blake Corum. Spam Blake Corum in this game. He's got that 20% extra explosivity that Kyren just sorely lacks. And, as I said, this is a team you can run against. So I think they got to stick with that. And then, 34-30 covering, but high scoring game. That's what I'm going with.
Nice win. Both you cover, both you on the over. This Colts team scares me for a number of reasons. One, they've got a great triage of nicknames. When you look at Indiana Jones, when you look at Jonathan Taylor Thomas, when you look at Tyler Warren G, I mean, the nicknames are there.
Tyler Warren G.
I just made that one up on the spot, actually. I've never actually heard that one, but I think now it's going to stick because
that is good.
Brittany, this is the most influential Rams podcast in the land. But all that being said, after a tough, heartbreaking loss, after a horrible red zone efficient day, I think the Rams bounce back. I think it's really close. I'm actually going to go Rams win, but I'm going to go opposite of both of you. I think it's under, and I don't think they cover. I think we go 20 or what? Maybe let me check my math here before I say the under.
24-21, Ryan. There you go. No,
the over under is 49.5. So 27-24 Rams win. That is still
what? That's over.
That's over. I didn't do my math.
Oh again. My goodness.
It's still the over, but 27-24 the Rams don't cover, but they get the win, which all anyone really cares about. So
okay.
But look out for that triage of nicknames. That worries me.
Yeah.
If they can stop Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Good to go.
Pretty legit.
Tyler Warren G. There you go. Yeah. So, which we took the under on all of them on sleepers. So let's hope, except for Danny Dine or Indiana Jones. So, well, Brittany,
I'll be there. So if any Mickey Ficky business starts occurring, I'll just run onto the field.
I'm gonna hold you to it. Are you bringing your cool little football tote purse?
My football purse. It's a risk. The security, like. They think I'm taking, I don't know, something in there.
Yeah, it's not clear, I guess. So
a video camera, like Patriot Gate or something. I don't know. But no, it's like definitely a mission to kind of get it in there sometimes.
I've seen you with it in there, though.
It's cute. It's hard.
You've accomplished it. So, well, Ramley, thank you as always for hanging out with us every Thursday, 4 p.m. live. Britt will be back for sure at some point. She'll be with us on a Sunday live as well, most likely an away game. So not the end of seeing her. Skinny T, good seeing you as always. But Brittany, thank you so much for jumping on with us and talking all things Rams.
Of course, guys. Good to be here. Can't wait to do another one soon.
Cannot wait. But Ramley, thank you for hanging out. Again, remember, hit that like and subscribe button every Thursday live at 4, every Sunday live after the game, or if the Rams play Thursday or Monday, and every Tuesday and Wednesday. Skinny, you got something to say?
This is your show, guys. This is the show for the fans. Be heard. We'll bring you on like Brittany. We'll take a call like we did from the very harsh JC. This is your show. This can be whatever you make it. It can be a preview show. That's kind of our idea heading in, but come on and tell us what's up.
Yeah. Come tear Skinny T apart like JC from Alabama did. So
I heard that. I heard that.
Good stuff. So, all right. Well, thank you all. Everyone have a blessed week. Enjoy the game Sunday. We'll talk to you all after the game. Hopefully after a Rams victory, getting back to 3-1.
Yay.